Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to take you behind the scenes as I remake Death Stranding in Unreal Engine 5. Now, for those who might not be familiar, Death Stranding is one of the most unique games out there. Created by Hideo Kojima, it's a beautiful and intense experience that combines exploration, survival, and some pretty deep storytelling. The game follows Sam Porter Bridges, a courier trying to reconnect a fractured America, all while dealing with supernatural creatures and the relentless forces of nature. Death Stranding really stood out for its hauntingly beautiful landscape, innovative gameplay, and incredible attention to details. It's one of those games that's visually stunning and emotionally immersive, so I thought, why not challenge myself to recreate some of the mechanics here in Unreal Engine 5? So in this video I'll walk you through how I approached some of the mechanics to bring my own version of Death Stranding to life. Whether you're a fan of the game or just curious about game development, stick around and let's dive into it. First things first, I needed a character, so I jumped into MetaHuman Creator to bring the main character to life. I started with a preset and then customized it using all the awesome tools that MetaHuman offers. Just a few tweaks here and there and the character was ready to step into this new world. With the character set, I dove into Blender to craft the clothes and accessories. I started with the boots, sculpting the model, retopologizing, unwrapping the UVs, and adding textures to bring all together into a final piece. Next up were the gloves. I followed the same process, sculpting, retopologizing, and mapping to bring them to life. Then, as you might have guessed, I moved on to the clothes and other accessories following the same process as before. After all that, the character was finally up and running in Unreal Engine. Now it was time for animations. For that, I turned to Mixamo, a website packed with tons of free ready-to-use mocap animations. I grabbed a few animations, set up an animation blend, and created an animation blueprint to handle the character's base locomotion. With the base locomotion set, I moved on to adding crouch movement. Alright, with the base locomotion finished, I head back into Blender to model a simple support for the crates. With the support all set, it was time to dive into the main event, the crates. With the support and crates ready, it was time to build the system to grab the crates and place them on the support. I grabbed two animations from Mixamo, one for picking up with the left arm and one for the right. Then, using a bit of math, I set up a system to detect if a crate is on the left or right side of the character, so it plays the correct animation. With Animation Notifies, I attached the crate to the character's hand at the start of the animation, and by the end the crate gets placed on the support, with a unique offset for each one we pick up. I wanted to add some rain to the game, so I jumped into Niagara to create it. It's actually pretty simple, just two emitters, one for the rain itself and a second emitter for the raindrops. The second emitter spawns drops at the spots where the main rain collides with the level, adding the extra layer of realism. And I actually have a tutorial on that if you want to see how I did it. With the rain in place, I started working on a system to add a layer of rust to the crates based on how long they're exposed. Death Stranding does something similar. If crates stay out in the rain, they start to deteriorate. I want to recreate that effect here, so the longer a crate sits in the rain, the more weathered it becomes. And here's how the effect looks like. To wrap up the rank system, I added a trigger. Now if the character walks into this trigger, the rain will start if it's not already pouring down. Alright, so now that the crates are affected by the rain and we can pick them up, I wanted to add a scanner. This scanner would be pretty simple. It's similar to the scanner tutorial that I did before, but this time I'm using a custom post-process effect for the visuals and a sphere collision to detect the crates. With these two systems working together, we get this final scanner effect. Now it's time to add another cool mechanic from Death Stranding, the music. In the game, when you reach certain points on the map, a song starts playing, creating an immersive moment. To replicate this in Unreal, I set up a struct to hold all the information about each track, along with a data table to store them. Then I built a custom actor component to handle the music. This component has a public function that can be called from the player interface, allowing you to pass in a specific song to play. With that in place, I created a trigger, similar to the one for the rain, that plays a chosen track when the player enters, and of course, I added an UI to display song information.
I dream of you.
Now it's time to create the BTs, one of the main enemies in Death Stranding. For this, I'm using the many character from the third-person template project. So first, I started building the AI, including sight and hearing senses. I set up so the BTs have poor eyesight but excellent hearing, making it essential to be cautious with any sound you make nearby. With the basic AI complete, I moved on to creating animations, an idle animation and a flying animation for when the BTs are moving around. These simple animations really add to the ominous feel of the enemies. Now that the AI is mostly finished, I moved on to working on the visuals for the BTs using Niagara. I started by creating a Niagara system to represent the body of the BTs, adding a lot of particles to form the shape of the body. With that complete, I created another Niagara system to add some simple tentacles, enhancing the eerie effect. With the BTs out of the way, I created a landscape in Gaia and imported into Unreal. Then, using the maps I made in Gaia, I applied the textures in the right areas to shape the slopes. To add some extra detail to the landscape, I scattered rocks using procedural content generation, PCG for short, and in the PCG I used a filter to place rocks only in the grassy areas, excluding the slopes. I also created a custom volumetric cloud material to enhance the atmosphere of the game, with parameters that allow us to adjust how the clouds look. Then I added sounds and a very simple bridge base to serve as the starting and ending location for the game. And now sit back and enjoy the final result.
New York City, no one can hide from you. The homeless man shares the subway too, and he's asking for some change. But you feel you're struggling, so you turn away. But it's not that, oh, I'm just scared that maybe I'm one fall away from being with them there. New York City, no one can hide from you. I'm trying to, 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 I'm trying to. New York City, NY me, NYC through all the people who I wish I could be. So many bodies, but even more screens, scrolling manipulation to escape this reality. But it's not that, oh, I'm just scared that maybe so horrendously bare the honest ugly of all of it. New York City, no one can hide from you. I'm trying to, I'm trying to, I'm trying to.
I may not have done everything in this game, but I put a lot of work into it and I learned a ton along the way. I really recommend trying this yourself. Pick a game you like and challenge yourself to recreate some of the mechanics. I guarantee you'll learn something new. I learned a lot. And that's all for this video. If you like a tutorial on anything I did here or just want to leave some feedback, feel free to drop a comment. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And as always, thank you for watching, keep learning, I'll see you in the next video.